Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's NEET MDS 2024 Info Guide series. We'll be today looking at Kerala State MDS counselling details. This is complete information by ZyNerd on each of the counselling that you see as separate sessions across the week. So you will be looking at information on each counselling as far as the eligibility for the counselling is concerned, the application requirements, the certificates required, the round-wise rules, choice filling and allotment rules, the joining, exit and upgradation rules, etc. This will be in detail based on the prospectuses that have been released or the information brochures that have been released, some based on previous year references. So we'll have to recheck too and revalidate at a later point in time. But currently, as you move forward, if you're a subscriber of ZyNerd, you will also have complete support in terms of calls where you can call us on regarding rules, regulations, queries, how to manage the counselling if you're attending state counsellings, all India counsellings, etc. So now we'll look at the timelines. Applications were over by 8th July and the option registration is open till 19th July 5 p.m. The seats in Kerala MDS counselling, all seats of private institutes come under the Kerala State Medical Counselling. So if you look at it, 100% seats in private non-minority dental colleges and 100% seats in private minority dental colleges come under the Kerala Counselling. And 50% of the government dental college seats also come under the state government quota. This is what the Kerala Counselling is, counselling scope of seats is. Percentile qualification for SC, ST, SEBC or OEC, other eligible communities are concerned, 40% is the minimum eligibility criteria. 40% and above are eligible for the Kerala State Counselling. OBC NCL criteria might be slightly different, the non-creamy layer criteria or the set of categories that come under OBC for All India counselling might be slightly different. So you might not fall under OBC NCL in All India, but still under Kerala you might fall under the SEBC or the OEC categories, and that will give you eligibility in case you are between 40 and 50% as well. Second, for general category candidates, it is as we know, it is general or EWS, it is 50%, and general PWD or EWS PWD, it is 45%. And we look at the rest of the, so ignore that comment. Eligibility for the Kerala MDS seats, 50% seats in government institutes plus all private institutes except NRI, those have a similar eligibility criteria as far as the Kerala counselling is concerned. Other than NRI seats, all other seats have a similar eligibility criteria. Two category of candidates are eligible. One, those who have completed their BDS from Kerala, any BDS from Kerala, from any dental college, this is category 2 that we are discussing, in the state of Kerala, even if they are not Kerala origin, they are eligible but under the open category. Category 1 is all candidates who are of Kerala origin who have a BDS degree. It can be from an abroad institute, foreign dental graduate, or it can be from any state. If you are from Kerala origin, you will be eligible. Who are Kerala origin candidates? That you can have a look at in the information brochure, or you can call us for more guidance. Kerala origin candidates are those who have been born in Kerala, either they or their parents, etc., or those who have resided in Kerala and get a nativity certificate, etc. All those you can always come back to us. OCA candidates, from last year, after the judgment in 2023, they are being treated on par with Indian citizens. So even if you are an OCA candidate, you would be eligible as an Indian citizen of Kerala origin, equivalent to an Indian citizen of Kerala origin, in case you fall under the Kerala origin criteria, born in Kerala, your parents have been born in Kerala, etc. Service candidates are also eligible. Beyond this, service candidates who are in MESQ, HSQ or insurance are also eligible. Insurance medical services are also eligible. We look at the reservation or quotas in Kerala MDS. This is the percentage reservation in Kerala. You have unreserved EWS reservation. Unreserved seats are 53%. The rest of it is the reservation. EWS is at 10%, SC, ST is at 8% and 2% respectively. You have the entire SEBC 27% reservation split into Irava, Muslims, other backward Hindus, Latin Catholics and Anglo-Indians, other backward Christians and Kudumbi category. The percentages are also mentioned over here. Note that only Kerala state resident candidates are eligible for Kerala reservation. If you are not an origin of Kerala, you are not eligible for Kerala reservation. If you fall under the OCA category, you will not be eligible for reservation. You will be eligible as an Indian citizen but under the open category. Similarly, if you are a BDS from Kerala and outside of Kerala, then you are eligible for open category seats. Other than that, ex-servicemen and dependent of Jawan skilled in action are also eligible. There is one seat each in one medical college under the government quota. If the candidate That is pretty much what we need. And note that SEBC reservation is only for the non-creamy layer. Beyond this, you have state in-service reservation. 10% of seats are under the Kerala state quota. Whichever comes under the Kerala state quota is eligible. They are available for in-service candidates as well. Incentives up to 30 marks as defined by the relevant GOs. Note that Kerala doesn't have is not an open state, so there is no open set of seats available. Only these category of candidates can pick up seats. Incentives up to 30%. Upper age limit for MESQ, HSQ and IMSQ, they just changed it by 1 year last year, so that is also available, and the seats are split in the ratio of 1:2:1 in this for these categories. NRI seats are available. NRI seats are 15% of the private dental college seats. No minority reservation in NRI seats. In MDMS they have minority reservation. In PG dental they don't have minority reservation in NRI seats, but minority quota exists. There are Christian minority and Muslim minority institutes available. Within that, minority quota exists. So let us say you are a Muslim candidate, you might fall under MU category over here as well. That is in the state quota, on the private, basically under the state reservation, and you also might get a separate Muslim minority candidates. For both, the certificates are slightly different. You can also check on the portal, check with us on the list of certificates required. NRI eligibility, so slight difference between All India NRI eligibility and Kerala NRI eligibility. If a candidate is dependent on, a candidate can be NRI, obviously that is first. If the candidate is also dependent on father, mother, brothers, sisters, inclusive of first cousin, or husband, wife. Husband and wife can be NRI, which is not there in All India category, that is available in Kerala. And brothers and sisters of father and mother, uncle or aunt, basically maternal uncle or paternal uncle or maternal aunt or paternal aunt, half brother, half sister, or adopted father or mother can be NRI. This is an additional clause that Kerala carries as well. In those cases, they can sponsor you. This is across India, the 15% seats, anybody across India can pick up these seats. Documents to be uploaded. So passport copy and a visa attested by the embassy. The NORCA Roots ID can also be used, which they have added recently from very recently in the prospectus. Overseas citizens of India, documents of the, or if you are an overseas citizen of India, then you will have to provide those documents with job clearly being mentioned. In your job should be clearly mentioned, and the validity visa of the visa should be also up to the closing date of the documents. If you are have a visa, the valid visa will mention actually the job, just check on that. Else employment certificate needs to be attested by the authority. In case your job is not mentioned clearly, employment certificate is to be attested by the of the sponsor, needs to be attested by the authority or the counselling authority or by the embassy or the consulate authorities. Sworn affidavit mentioning that the valid renewal of visa or acknowledgement will be provided before the specified time. Usually for NRI quota, they give some time beyond the first round process for providing the sworn affidavit. If you are, you will have to provide the sworn affidavit mentioning that if the visa is due for renewal, that will also be provided at a later point in time. A relationship certificate has to be provided by the revenue authorities. Issued by the revenue authorities, exact relationship should be established. If it is your father or mother alone, then they would take an educational certificate or any other certificates. Affidavit in a 200 rupees stamp paper mentioning, which is notarized by the notary public, mentioning that all expenses will be borne by the sponsor. Basically, they are sponsoring, and also mentioning the relationship should also be mentioned. It is should be if sponsor is abroad, then it should be notarized by the authority as per the country's regulations. Basically, the country will have a notary regulation. Based on that, you should notarize. Application, if you would have already completed this, but go to ce.kerala.gov.in, put in your registration number, email ID, and application number will be generated based on the registration number, email ID and mobile number after you give your roll number. Fill your form, complete the basic details. Payment of fee can be done either online or cash through challan at a post office. Most of you would do it online now. Upload of images and required certificates. The certificates we will let you know in the next slide. Only in-service candidates should forward a list of their application form along with enclosures to the head of the department. Declaration for in-service and service details are also mentioned over here. Other candidates who are not in service need not send anything over the post. Once applied online, that will be sufficient. If there is an issue, they will get back to you. Scanned image of signature also needs to be uploaded, and scanned documents. Which are the documents? The documents mentioned over here needs to be uploaded. For Kerala origin, in case you are Kerala origin, the secondary school leaving certificate or the passport or birth certificate of the parents should of either the candidate or parents. Either you are born in Kerala or your parents are born in Kerala should be attested. In case you provide certificate of the parents, then a corroborative certificate mentioning that this person is your parent basically should be produced. It can be any other card which says that gives your parents name, that should be sufficient. If you don't have this, then a nativity certificate from the village officer is sufficient. Basically self-declaration needs to be provided if you studied for 5 years continuously in Kerala. For non-Keralites, those who come under the non-Keralite category, if you have done your BDS course from Kerala, then certificate from the principal mentioning that you have done your BDS course from that college is need to be produced and uploaded. Only Kerala origin are eligible for community certificate. The community certificate has to be provided. Depending upon which community you belong to, it has to be based by the revenue officer or by the village officer, that you can check too. Inter-caste marriage certificate is to be uploaded if applicable. In case you are applying for ex-serviceman quota, a certificate from the Zilla Sainik Welfare Association needs to be provided. You need to be in that register to get that certificate for that particular district or the welfare Zilla. And for PWD certificate of disability has to be produced from the district medical board, but there will be a verification process. They will let you know the verification process at the state medical board. Minority certificate if it is applicable, and for concession you will have to produce certificate from if you belong to the fisherman community or from the Sri Chitra home or nearby a home or juvenile home, etc. Then you will have to produce those. Date of birth proof will be SSLC, SSC or birth certificate or Indian passport. Printout of application with additional forms are to be produced by the service candidates. All these have to be uploaded as PDF, and for service candidates needs to be sent through the HOD. But rest of the certificates, all these have to be produced in originals at the time of admission as well. The rest of it, like the printout of the first page of the application form, all the entire application form, downloaded allotment letter, BDS degree certificate or provisional pass certificate, CRRI completion certificate, NEET MDS admit card and score card, the permanent digital registration certificate from DCI, all these need to be taken in originals along with a few copies at the time of admissions. They may not need to be uploaded. Eligibility certificate and transfer certificate they have mentioned, but eligibility, even without eligibility certificate, they would accept admissions. At a later point in time, you can produce the eligibility certificate, but get your transfer certificate from the BDS institute. Now bond needs to be submitted at the time of admission. Bond is with respect to both the discontinuation bond which exists, that you need to submit at the time of admission. Now we look at the round wise Kerala rules. This is very, very critical because Kerala has possibly modified its rules multiple times over the last 2 months, last 2 years. So we look at the round wise rules. We look at each round and start with each round, and then we will go on to the further rounds and look at the round wise rules. First round, obviously it is fresh registration and fresh choice filling. It is online. Note that all rounds are online till the last tray vacancy round, where there is an allotment provided, but you will have to go to the institute, and in case you don't go, somebody else can also take the seat by directly going to the institute. Kind of online offline process for stray round. But this year onwards they will change it to online, because they have clearly mentioned that as per directions of the authority, a higher authority in terms of the ministry and DGHS, they are going to change it to an online process, even the stray vacancy allotment. So we will come to the first round. First round is online, fresh choice filling. Fresh registration is possible obviously. If you don't join, will you lose your security deposit? You will not lose your security deposit. You will pay a security deposit of 10,000 rupees initially for general category, and all categories other than SC ST who will pay 5,000 rupees. That security deposit you would not lose if you don't join your first round seat. If you joined and resigned, yes, you can join and then resign for a better All India round 2 seat. You get in state round 1, you will be able to join and resign for a better All India round 2 seat. No forfeiture of security deposit is there. Then eligible for the next round if you did not join your round 1 seat, allotted seat, no, not eligible for the next round, but eligible for the stray round. But you may be eligible for the mop-up round. That is what rule says. We are not sure, but if you are not allotted in round 1 and round 2, definitely not round 1, and you don't join, you are not eligible for round 2, that is sure. Upgradation possible to the next round. Yes, round 1 you can join a seat and then upgrade to a better seat in round 2 after holding the round 1 seat. If upgraded, The next one we'll skip for now. We'll come back to it on the round 2. Within how many days they can resign? Kerala will give you a timeline clearly. After All India round 2 results, you will be able to resign your Kerala state round 1 seat, but you won't be able to get to Kerala round 2 in this case. Impact on security deposit after resigning. No forfeiture of security deposit after resigning. The 10,000 will remain intact. You can use it at a later point in time. Next round eligibility. No, not eligible for round 2, but eligible for stray. But we are just trying to figure out whether they come up with a notification on this after the round 1 results. We'll try to figure that out. Wait for 2024. There have been a lot of changes. So whatever we have taken is from the prospectus of this year, plus combining whatever has happened previous years in alignment with whatever changes they have done between 2023 and 2024. Round 2 is also online. Fresh registration is not possible. If you miss out on round 1, you will not be able to register in round 2. Previous round choices are taken in round 2. Note that if you are allotted in round 2, then your previous round choices will be taken and you will not get your lower order choices. Let us say you are allotted the 5th choice in round 1. You had 100 choices. Choice 6 to 100 will not be available in round 2, but within 1 to 4, the higher choices, you will be able to change, alter, modify, delete, but no new choice addition is possible. 5th to 100 choices will also be not available very clearly. And also note that every round you will have to confirm your choices. If you are going to participate in round 2, you got to confirm your choices, otherwise your system will not allot. So round 2, you don't think that they will take my first 4 choices automatically, you go ahead and confirm your choices. In case you are not joining a round 2 seat after allotment, your security deposit will be forfeited. In case you are resigning a round 2 seat after joining, that will also be possible, but your security deposit will be forfeited. What happens if I don't join? Yes, if you don't join a round 2 allotted seat, fresh registration for round 3, so you will be eligible. So this is what makes us think that in case you don't join your round 1 seat 2, then you will be eligible for round 3. This is not provided very clearly in last year's prospectus, etc., but candidates were able to join, so we knew that. So in round 3 you will be eligible to join in case you don't get, but you will have to pay a security deposit additionally and fresh registration is required. Upgradation, round 2 to round 3 upgradation they have been allowing since last year. If you don't get upgraded, R1 you are joined a seat, then you are moving on to round 2. Round 2 you get a better seat. Let us say you are getting a better seat, you will go and join. If you retain the same seat, if you don't get a better seat, you will obviously have your round 1 seat in your hand. So in that scenario, can you resign? Yes, you can resign. Security deposit is forfeited. How many days can you resign a seat? That will be a deadline. So basically this is state round 2. Round 2, if you are allotted and you join, then you get a better seat in All India round 3, they will allow resignation. Kerala allowed it last year. Impact of security deposit on resigning, forfeited. Obviously security deposit is forfeited. Next round eligibility, eligible for the next round, but through fresh registration. Now we will get to round 3. We are looking at round 3 now. Online or offline? Yes, round 3 is online. Again, fresh registration is possible. Fresh choices. Note that round 1 and round 2. Round 1 is fresh. Round 2 we said only the higher order choices will be available. But round 3 you go in, you will have fresh choices. Security deposit is forfeited in case you don't join an allotted seat. But if you join an allotted seat and resign, then beyond the security deposit, other than the 10,000, you will also have to pay a 2 lakh penalty. This how is this possible? Because you will submit your originals over there at the institute. To get back your originals, you will have to pay 2 lakhs after round 3 if you resign, because these are the last rounds. Many other states have 50 lakhs plus penalty, but Kerala has a 2 lakhs penalty. Eligible for the next round if you are not joined your round 3 seat? No, you are not eligible. R3 to R4, no upgradation is possible. From round 3 after you joined a seat, that is your final seat from Kerala. If not upgraded, can the previous round seat be resigned? Be very clear. Round 2 you have joined a seat, you hold a seat, go into round 3, fill choices. You don't get a better seat. What in round 3? You don't get a better seat. You hold your round 2 seat. Now what happens if you want to resign now? You will have to pay a penalty of 2 lakhs and your security deposit will also be forfeited. So that is a final seat. Round 2 to round 3 is a final seat. You won't be able to continue beyond that too, irrespective of whether you resign or not. And if you resign, you will have to pay a penalty of 2 lakhs. Within how many days if that you can resign? Before the stray starts, they will give you a timeline for that. Impact on security deposit after resigning. Security deposit is forfeited. Next round eligibility for resigning. After resigning, not eligible for the next round. Stray round, eligible for the next round if not joined? No, you are not eligible for next round. We'll go to the stray round process online. It is an online process. Very clearly it is an online process. But note that they will release 3 lists. Allotted list, probable list and an eligible list. First allotted list is they will run the process with your round 3 choices. So fresh choices are given for round 3. With that choices, with the round 4 choices, they will run the allotment list very clearly. Allotment list does not mean nobody else is, has a chance. In the allotment list, some will not go and join, right? So they will also release a probable waiting list. If this person doesn't join, then the second person for that particular seat is this particular ranker. That is a probable list. So if you don't go and join, then your seat will go to the probable list person. If I am in the probable list, I can go to that institute and then check with the institute. If the allotted list person is not joining, I am first in the probable list for that seat. I will be eligible for that seat. I can claim that seat. Then there is the eligible list. If nobody in the allotment list, nobody in the probable list goes there, then for that seat, anybody in the eligible list can claim a seat. But this year it might be different. It might be online, completely online, without any offline process of probable list. We'll have to wait for that. If you don't join, obviously if you're allotted and you don't join, security deposit is forfeited. But if you join and resign, 50 lakhs is the penalty. So anytime after round 3, this timeline, when stray round starts, if you resign, 50 lakhs is the penalty. Now, so fresh choice filling was there in stray round and again in the special stray round. It is not R3 choices, it is fresh choice filling. Earlier it was all 3 choices, it has been modified. Now, then eligible for the next round if you are not joined. No, you are not eligible for the next round if you don't join. There is obviously no next round. There might be a special stray at a later point in time. You will not be eligible. Upgradation possible? No, it's not possible from R4 to further rounds. Previous round seat, you can't take your previous round seat into R4. So anyways, retaining the same seat is not relevant here. You will continue with the only those candidates who don't hold a seat, all India round 3 or state round 3 seats will be eligible. Within how many days can they resign? No resignation possible without a penalty of 50 lakhs if you join a stray round seat. Security deposit is forfeited if you are resigning, obviously. Next round eligibility, not eligible for the next rounds, obviously. You pay 50 lakhs and also your security deposit is forfeited. Fee and penalty in Kerala MDS counselling. The application fee is for 1000 rupees, 500 for SC/ST candidates. Service candidates have to pay an additional 500, in the sense 1500 for applying. For government quota, if you are applying for private quota as well, so I'm sorry, that is a mistake. You can pay by online payment or e-challan. Security deposit before round 1, 10,000 for all candidates except for SC/ST candidates for whom it is 5,000. Adjusted to the tuition fee. In case you are taking up a seat, then this amount is adjusted against the tuition fee. Tuition fee for the government institute and private institutes available in ZyNerd. You need to go after each round to the institute and then you need to pay the amount at the allotted institute. If upgraded and joined, tuition fee already paid will be adjusted and balance fee has to be, if any, has to be paid to the institute. Penalty, resigning initial stray vacancy round joint seat or additional stray vacancy round joint seat. After the stray vacancy starts, if you resign any seat, round 1, round 2, round 3, stray vacancy joined any seat, after the stray vacancy starts or after joining a stray vacancy seat, if you resign a seat after admissions, then 50 lakhs and debarred for 2 years from MDS counselling. The service bond and penalty, MDS the service bond is 1 year and 20 lakhs, 2 sureties are required. And service bond for in-service candidates is 10 years or till the end of superannuation, whichever is earlier. Penalty is in case you resign before the 10 years period or 10 years period, then salary paid during the course plus exact salary expected to be paid in the 2 years bonded service, that will also be recovered. Sureties again 2 in total. Course discontinuation penalty is 20 lakhs plus stipend paid or salary paid, and the fee structure is 55,120 plus 56,160 plus in second year and 57,200 in the third year. So this is basically the information on the Kerala Kerala seats. So 50 lakhs, note that this is a 50 lakhs penalty, and course discontinuation it says is 20 lakhs because the bond is 20 lakhs. We will also get back to you on that part on whether it is 50 or 20 lakhs in case you resign after the course period or in case you resign halfway through. 50 lakhs is the penalty for during the course of the counselling. After the counselling is over, whether it is 20 lakhs, we will get back to you. Be aware of these rules and regulations. We also have complete information on ZyNerd in the portal on how to look at closing ranks for Kerala. You can have a look at that too. Thanks for watching.